Are you wondering, what is he thinking during no contact? I'm Rosetta. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, and I'll do a detailed tarot reading for you with your guidance from Spirit to answer the question, what is he thinking or feeling during no contact? Okay, so once again, card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Let's go. Timestamp for the card you chose will be in the description below. Welcome group 1. As I'm shuffling the cards for you, please focus on the person that you're asking about. And it is my intention before starting this reading that there will be an important message for you somewhere within this reading. As I pull the cards for you though, if it doesn't seem to reflect your situation when I begin talking about the situation, please check out the reading for group 2 or group 3, because somewhere in this video is your message, but sometimes it comes in a different group than the one you chose. All right, so what is he thinking during no contact? What is he feeling about you during no contact? Let's go. Okay, let's get a little more on the High Priestess here. So what we're seeing, just right off the bat, we are seeing that we've got the Two of Cups in reverse. So this was not a, hey, I'm just a little too busy, I need a little time out. This was a real change in affection. This was a change that he was no longer feeling the same way about you that he had felt at the beginning. We also see with the moon underlying the situation that it's likely that what he has been telling you is not the entire truth, or that he did believe what he was telling you at the time that you went into the no contact situation, but now something has changed. Ahead we see the High Priestess though, and I want a little bit more about the High Priestess here for you. What is that meaning in the context of this question? Interesting. All right, what else can we see here before I start telling you about that card? All right, there's going to be needing to be some more cards drawn here, but we have the High Priestess going forward. So this is saying a couple of things. This is saying that in terms of you and your own happiness and future, Spirit is suggesting to you that you develop your own sense of power, your own sense of who you are, and that to the extent that is possible, occupy yourself with other things in your life rather than worrying too much about what is he thinking about you, what is he feeling. Because your way of strength forward, especially with him potentially going forward, is going to be based on your own independence, your own inner knowing, your own self-love and sense that you are complete within yourself. That's what Spirit wants you to know, and it's also reinforcing it. This is sort of like the carrot leading you forward. Spirit is trying to get you to do this by also saying, and if you do this, maybe he'll come back. You know, maybe he will be as interested again as he once was. We also see Knight of Swords, this feeling that he needs to go off and do what he wants to do. So his happiness at this point, or his sense of his own self, is tied up more with he doesn't want to be influenced. He doesn't want to hear from you begging him back, or, you know, finding excuses to text him, or finding excuses to get back in touch. He needs to be able to just go free and do what he's doing. All right, so he doesn't want to be convinced. To whatever extent you do try to convince him or do try to get in touch, it's going to weaken your position in this situation. So let's see if we have one more thing for you. I think that is complete in what he is thinking. Where is he at currently? So anything else for the person asking the question here, Spirit? Do we have any last things to advise? All right, it's once again applying to This is like applying to more than one man in your life, or one or more influence in your life. Spirit is saying that you're tending to rely too much on authority figures in your life, especially if you are a woman, male authority figures in your life. We've got two kings here in reverse. So Spirit is saying, don't let the men in your life have sway over you. Their views are not important. Your view is important. You know what you should be doing. These people do not know better than you. You are the one who knows. Spirit is strongly urging you to take that high priestess power and go within. And, as you are meditating, as you are getting in touch with yourself, giving yourself all of those positive messages, saying to yourself everything that you wish this person was doing for you. And it's just an overall feeling here that for my group 1 people, you're giving these guys too much power. They do not deserve the power, and they're not even asking for the power. Some of them might be kind of bemused. Why do you think that they're that important? That's, I think, part of this situation. It's like he's running away because it's like it's too much pressure. Why is this person so obsessed with me? What is going on? He kind of doesn't get this. He wants you to be this person. All right, I think we're complete there. Did this reading speak to you? If it did, please give it a like. Leave me a quick comment. Let me know how it sat with you. And I would love it if you would subscribe, click the notification bell. All right, sending you blessings and hope to see you in my next video. Welcome group 2. As I shuffle the cards for you, please focus your mind on the person you are interested in knowing about. We're answering the question, what is he thinking? What is he feeling about you during no contact? And as I lay out the cards, if this does not seem to be speaking to your situation, please check out the reading for group 1 or group 3, because my intention before starting each one of these readings is there is a message in this video for you, but sometimes it turns up in a different card than the one you chose. And that's why I'm always trying to give you at the top of the reading, when I first start pulling the cards for each group, I'm trying to give you a capsule of what kind of person we're talking about. So right at the top, you're going to know, does this sound like your person? Does this sound like your situation? All right, take what resonates and leave the rest. Here we go. What is he thinking or feeling during no contact? All right, what's going on with this 10 of Cups in reverse, I want to know. Okay, so this no contact situation does not have as much to do with you as it does with his life situation. All right, so that's usually good news, right? This is not about you. There's nothing wrong with you. So if this person told you at the time that you guys decided to have no contact for a while, if this person told you that he just has some things to resolve in his life, or he's just busy, he just needs to take a step back, that is likely to be true. Okay, so we're starting off with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. This could also be a situation where he pulled back on some emotional support that he was giving you. He pulled back even on maybe some financial support that he was giving you. Or maybe it was just that he was the person who was paying when you were going out on dates, or whatever the case may be. But we see that there was a pulling away of involvement, like he was more materially involved in your life, or he was showing more concern, and it was more like we're a team type of situation, and that changed. And so under that, I pulled a card for clarification. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So it's likely that he also had some material reverses. He's worried about money. He's worried about his financial situation. This might even be that his hours were cut at work. Maybe he lost his job. Maybe he's unhappy with his job. Maybe there were unexpected expenses that came up. So all of those things are in the back of his mind. Those are the things that he's wrestling with and trying to figure out right now. And that kind of spilled over to your happy love relationship. So what we're seeing is you're likely, if this is your group, if group 2 is your group, you are likely to be thinking, well, where did that go? We were so happy. Everything was so perfect. What happened? What changed? So this is likely to be very confusing to you. You don't know what happened. Did I do something wrong? And right away we said, no, you didn't. This is not about you, so please don't worry. And then we've crossed that with the Ten of Swords. So he is so preoccupied with his current situation, and the Ten of Swords is this really strong, utter devastation kind of card. Normally it's depicted with a person being stabbed in the back with 10 swords, but we've got it in reverse. So what we're seeing is this is not as serious as he thinks it is, or if this card is applying to you, if you're just feeling like, oh, my life is over now, you're just totally devastated. It is not over yet, number one. And number two, Spirit wants you to know there is never a case where you should allow another person to have this level of power over your emotions. That the fact of a person just stepping back and taking some time out is giving you this level of despair and grief. So Spirit just wants you to know, remember, Spirit takes the long perspective, that this is not going to be a year forward from now or 2 years forward from now. This is not going to be, oh, that was the end of my life as I know it. Oh, it totally ruined my life. Not at all. Might feel like that now, but that is not the way it's going to be going forward. So we've got the Six of Cups going into the future. And let's get an extra card or two here. This is usually a very warm friendship card. This one, the way it's depicted in Lightseer's Tarot, you see this long relationship of a little boy with his puppy, and then we see a long time later the older man and the senior dog. Okay, normally this is a boy and a girl where the boy is giving sweet gifts to the girl, you know, in a friendly or a brotherly and sisterly way, but it can also portend love, and that's why we're going to bring another card. We see, just with the Six of Cups, that this person is going to be back in your life. And it's going to be a very warm relationship. This person really cares about you. This person still really cares about you. So this is not gone and done where you're never going to see this person again. But let's see what kind of relationship it is likely to be as we go into the future. Okay, we see still, Spirit is kind of hammering me over the head with this. Spirit, the message Spirit really wants to give you is your thoughts are causing you pain. And your thoughts of, like, behind the scenes, well, what can I do to engineer this so that he comes back to me? And, you know, it's all of this kind of nervous, sort of desperate energy. And then we see the Four of Cups in reverse. So there is the obvious next step is in front of you, but you don't want to see it. And what the cards have shown so far is that the obvious next step is for you to chill out, try your best to chill out. I know that's not easy to do, but try to chill out, calm down your thoughts. There is nothing you need to do right now. If he has requested no contact, then honor that request. Don't keep trying to push it. And then just watch for the next step, not toward him, but the next step to take in your life. So the next thing that appeals to you to do, whether it's going out with friends or whatever it is, the next life-affirming thing that presents itself to you to do, or maybe you meet someone and that person asks you out, it's a different person, whatever that is, take that opportunity, because Spirit is trying to bless you in many different ways than just this person. And let's get one more card, because the question I was asking there is, what is this going to be like going forward the next time you and this person see each other? Yeah, it cannot be predicted at this time. It is not known. There's not enough evidence. He's still in his process of figuring out his life and the things he's worried about. So we can't predict. At this moment, we got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this is Spirit telling me, no, we can't know. It's about his financial situation. It's about his comfort level about his own future. It's about all kinds of things he's personally going through. So we've got Pentacle, Pentacle, Pentacle here. So until he contacts you, you have the difficult situation of just being patient, concerning yourself with other beautiful things in your life, and just know in this person's own time, he is going to reappear in your life, and it's going to be very positive. And a few months from now is likely when we're going to have more of an answer for this. So this would be a really good subject for a one-on-one reading with me. If you're interested in exploring that, there's information in the description about how to get a one-on-one reading with me. Did this reading speak to your situation? If it did, please give it a like, leave a quick comment below, and click subscribe and click that notification bell. I'm sending you love and blessings, and hope to see you in my next video. Welcome, Group 3. As I shuffle the cards for you, please focus on your person. And as I start laying out the cards for you, if it doesn't sound like it's speaking to your situation, please check out the reading in this video for Group 1 and Group 2. It's always my intention that there's going to be a message in this video that speaks to your situation, but sometimes it shows up in a different group than the card group that you chose. So as always, take what resonates, leave the rest. Remember, this is a group reading and not a personal one-to-one reading. Okay, let's see what we have for you. What is he thinking during no contact? What is he thinking during no contact? Okay, what's this all about? What's this all about? Okay, this is a person, Group 3, that, and I know this is never a message people want to hear, but this is a person who has a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of mental unrest going on in his life, and this is a person that it's really better for you to be away from. All right, so if that sounds like it might be your person, hang in there with me. If it sounds like, well, no, he's the most emotionally and mentally healthy person I've ever known, in that case, please check out the reading for Group 1 or Group 2 within this video. But let's get into it. All right, we've got 2 swords, 3 swords. Okay, we've got 3 swords out of 6 cards that I've drawn. And then we also have the Devil at the root of the situation. Hey, I think maybe I want to start here, guys. So we've got the 3 of Swords in reverse, which is leading me to believe that not only you are feeling some distress and heartbreak over this situation, but also the other person is too, but for 2 different reasons. You may be feeling the distress because you still are attached to him. You're still wondering what happened, but we've got the Devil card here, and let's take a good look at how this card looks in the Light Seer Tarot. So we've got this very handsome devil, and he's reaching out a hand, and then if you take that hand, It's kind of like, let me show you this image. Do you see that this is a person like a puppet being held by the strings with his hands over his head, really in a lot of distress. So you'll know if you're in the right group, group 3, if this is a situation where this person is so charming but yet kept hurting you all the time, or you started feeling the more and more you got involved with him, the weaker and weaker you felt, to the point where at the time that you guys went into no contact, it's like you almost didn't recognize yourself anymore. Like, what happened to me? I used to be so confident. I used to be happier, and now I just feel like my entire identity is tied up in this guy. So we see that 6 of Swords in reverse, it's likely that he either moved away from you emotionally, maybe even moved away. Maybe you were living together and he moved out. But what I'm seeing with these cards is it's one of 2 things. It's either a narcissist situation where he's trying to play with you by going away. He's trying to make you even more under his thumb, under his spell, or that his own emotional and mental difficulties are what's driving him. So this may or may not be about you. In any event, it's about him, whether it's about him as a master manipulator, or if it's about him and his internal problems that were made better by you for a while, or he was able to hide them for a while, but they're kind of overtaking him. All right, so then we've got the 5 of Cups in reverse, which is you wondering what went wrong, just feeling like everything is tied up with him when it's really not, okay? But it feels like that right now. So this is just such this group 3 reading is such an enmeshment kind of reading. And here's where we come up. The Emperor card, because I think this is a key to a lot of what is going on here. So he is kind of obsessed. We've got the King's chess piece in his hand. He's feeling like life is kind of a game, of a winner-take-all kind of game. And he hasn't figured out how to play this yet. And there's this sort of subtext when I look at this card that is feeling like, do you see how this spirit is coming from here? Okay, it's like he has not figured out his own power and his own sense of self, and he's feeling like he has to get that from someone else. Okay, so we already talked about that. This entrapment, and he's kind of needing a host for him to feed off of, so to speak. All right, so what should you be doing going forward? If you're still with me on this. Basically, we're seeing that there's not a good outcome for you in being involved with this person. Okay, so Spirit, any last thoughts for group 3? Okay, Swords and Swords. I always hate it when I have to be the bearer of difficult tidings, when I'm not getting those love cards that everybody wants to see. But this would be an excellent time, Spirit is saying, for you to take a little break from love interests, a little bit of a break from dating, a break from having a romantic partner in your life. Because there's something that went on in this relationship that you need to heal from. And you're thinking maybe of going back, and that Spirit is saying is the worst thing you could do, at least with this person. Not only that, but you may tend to attract similar harsh partners rather than loving partners. So by taking some time off and just deciding what kind of partner you want in your life and holding out until that kind of partner appears. And what's a little bit difficult in this situation is it's likely that this particular person we're talking about in this reading presented himself that way, presented himself as such a loving and giving and perfect partner. And it's likely you might have thought, oh, how did I ever find someone this wonderful? And then everything started to change. So I totally get that you might think, well, I don't know whether I have the judgment to find a better person or recognize a better person when that person comes along. And that's why Spirit is saying this is a great time for the next few months or so to take a break from that and just do things that please you. Do things that are just your own personal interest. Hang out with your friends if you've been neglecting them. Come up with better friends. Meet some more life-affirming friends. Meet some friends that are in circles of people that you aspire to be with. All right, did this reading speak to you? If it did, please give this video a like, leave me a quick comment, and I'm sending you love and blessings. I would love it if you hit subscribe and click the notification bell, and I hope to see you in my next video.